Hello, planet Earth. Isn't this just lovely? It's so warm and fluffy. This was a Christmas present from one of my wife's friends in London. This is just it's utterly divine and lovely. And she complained because I've nicked it for the evening. Oh, great couple of days. What was yesterday? Yesterday was Saturday. Band had a piss up down the pub while I was working. I was in 11 till about half 11. As in 11 in the morning through to half 11 at night. Interesting day. Managed to do plenty of get-ins, had a couple of really productive meetings, found out get-in times, learned some new stuff about disability law as well. I couldn't tell you now because my brain is fried. It was a really long day and there was a lot of not running about for me, but just keeping on my toes, fulfilling people's needs, generally being a bit of a technical butler. If you're ever working for a venue or a theatre as a technician, a roadie, as sort of get-in staff, and the get-in and get-out, it needs to happen within the same day, so it's get-in, rehearsal, show, out, full day. The least you can do, the absolute least you can do is offer to make the fucking cups of tea, okay? That's a good chunk of my job. Be helpful. Just generally, every now and then say, is there anything I can do for you? Remember to keep it in the back of your mind as a list that you need to do, or write it out. Keep asking for help. Our venue especially has been quite well praised for being well supportive of groups that come in and being really friendly and super nice. And my bosses say that since I came onto the workforce, that's been a big factor, but I think that's only influenced by everyone else. It's just the kind of building it is. It's an amazing little venue because everyone chips in. Everyone mucks in. I'll get on to why it's special in a minute, but our business has always been one where, yes, you have your specific fields, but there's never really this air of, oh, it's not my department to do that. No, I don't, I can't do that. I'm not allowed. If it was something like a lighting person trying to costume a show, forget about it. A props and stage manager trying to source sound effects, it does happen. But if you're taking on in this kind of business world, and there are already people doing that job and to do that, no. What I mean by everybody mucks in is making teas and coffees, helping just run and get stuff. Being a runner, everyone's a runner. Acts that come in and sort of need help setting up or unloading, or they need something bought from the town. We do that. I do that. It doesn't matter if I'm managerial. We sweep the stage. We sweep the building and vacuum the building and regularly, tidy, wipe down surfaces. It's everyone's job. Everyone mucks in, and the worst people that come on board are the sorts of people that you say, oh, is there any chance you could, help muck in and vacuum? No, don't want to. We had a guy in recently who did that. A couple of people I've known in the last few years working there. Most of the people we've had in, don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic, but there have been some very work-shy people that I've known. And that's part and part of our current economic strife, I guess, that people are still very selective about work despite not having work. I'm working with someone now who's like that, but he's a fucking top-notch guy. He's just pretentious, but he knows it, and he plays to it. But the problem comes, I've been out on tour with a few companies and a few groups, most from the venue that I work, and we've been to other venues, won't name names. There have been some big money venues who have been absolutely amazing, and they do the helping out thing really well, and there have been some little venues who do the helping out thing really well, and they all muck in, and managers will sweep and help lift things, and it's great. That's the kind of influence I take from. But I've been to places that have huge amounts of money pumped in, and places that don't have huge amounts of money pumped in who also don't do that sort of stuff, and it really shows. It reflects on the company that the building is. Like I said, my mind is frazzled. Yeah, if you're not willing to help out a group that's coming in and doing a show, that affects our want. It reflects on us wanting to come back again, because there's plenty of places I've been I don't want to go back. But there are more, I think, that I really do. The local kind of, where I live, the local consortium of theatres, we're like really kind of buddy with each other. We're all on like first name terms with everyone. We all understand each other's business. We help out everyone. We're a receiving theatre, a receiving venue. We receive shows and plays and musical groups, and so do all these other theatres and venues and companies, and we go out to them and we share all that info, and it's really lovely. There was a theatre where I went to go get my passport renewed about a year or so ago, and while I was waiting for the passport to be renewed, I walked around the town, found a theatre, said, can I just pop in and have a look at your technical facilities? And they were rude as balls. Fucking rude. Understand, coming from someone who's working in theatre, that you might not have time for someone, but at least be, courteous, smile, say thank you, or I'm sorry, or, whatever. Don't just, fine, come on. It's not how you do things, is it? Oh, I don't know. I've worked with some right arseholes. And this is the other difference as well. Working with people who are dicks, or pretentious, or whatever, is fine if they're good at the job. Like, I've worked with a couple of massive dickheads in my time, but they are utterly deserving of being a dickhead. As much as, you hate to say it, you're like, well, I can see why you're a dickhead. And if someone is like really meek and mild and can't do the job, I'll work with them just the same. Probably more, actually. It's when you're a dickhead and you can't do your job that gotta get the attitude. This is a really biased opinion that I'm getting across, funnily enough. I'm just venting at this point. This is probably a really negative video to put out. In case you can't tell, today, the Sunday, the day after the massive 12-13 hour day, has been a quiet, reflective day in which we slept until 11. I've got up, lazed about, watched a bit of TV, and I watched some YouTube videos, played some games. Thank you, screensaver. Went into town. Had a brief nip through the supermarché. Went into Costa, had a very nice lunch. Trawled around the few charity shops that were open. Yeah, had a ball. And now we're just watching CSI. I'm just waiting for the evening to wrap in. And tomorrow I'm back, daily grinding grime, 11 till 4. till about 5 or 6 because it's just what I do and how I do it. And on Tuesday we've got a rehearsal, so yay! But I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, or you have had a wonderful weekend. Please take it slow and take it as easy as we have. And of course, wear massively fluffy pink, purple. It's a purple dressing gown. Purple dressing gown. And I shall talk to you hopefully tomorrow.